What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Guys, got a great little vlog for you. I'm living it, living the life. My wife is at school right now, so it's just me at the casa playing a little NBA 2K, and we're about to throw down on the grill. Kind of stoked. I'm about to go heat this bad boy up. You're gonna see what I'm cooking up in just a moment. Got to start with the grill, get it warmed up. You guys probably have your own preference of grill. I got plenty of grills. I got too many grills. I got a bunch of charcoal grills. I got gas grill, and I got my famous griddle, as you can see there. And then over there we got my regular charcoal Weber grill. But my choice for so my choice for grilling, basically, guys, everybody has their own preference, and I understand the barbecue community, what everybody chooses, and everybody chooses normally charcoal. It's got a much better flavor, which is totally cool. I can respect that, and I've always been a charcoal guy myself, but my preference to use most of the time, you may call me like, how could he? He's not a real grill guy, but I love the gas grill. Not because it tastes better, by no means. It's just more convenience factor, because I'm in a rush, I'm tired. Usually what you have to do with the charcoal grill, you all know, you gotta come out, heat it up. You can do it with a chimney starter, different techniques, not a problem. Just gotta go ahead and do that. You can't just turn it off, so you gotta be careful where you put it. I like to cook using my grill near the garage. The grill cools down really quickly, the gas grill, and I'm able to go ahead and load it in without any problems. Versus the charcoal grill, I gotta be a little bit careful. So, hold on, put that bad boy on. Got my gas grill on. But let's go check out what we got going on inside. Boom! Yes, there she blows. We are doing some beautiful ribeyes today on the grill. These are nice and seasoned. All I did was garlic powder, obviously salt, kosher salt, right here, boom. Kosher, cracked pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder right there. So we'll be cooking those on the grill very shortly. All right, be right back. So normally, with the grill, I like to cook my steaks a little bit on the cold side, because I like a little bit of room for air in the middle and with the high heats. But this time I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to do the traditional way. I used to do this back in the day, but we're gonna do room temperature steaks. So my steaks have been sitting out for about an hour in the salt and all that stuff. I just wanna see exactly the difference. I should have just done both, but let's see exactly how that's gonna come out. I can see the moisture already coming out. Not moisture, but you know, it's getting a little bit wet. So let's hurry up and get these things on the grill. I'm gonna start off by putting a little bit of olive oil on it, so it gets a nice little sear on there. So I'm more rambling on, let's get to it. So boom, a little bit of olive oil. Guys, get yourself one of these. They are so helpful, little bottles. They only cost like, I think you can get them on Amazon for cheap, but everybody has their own brand. Walmart has their own brand, and I think it was like $5 for everything. It was a really good deal. Yeah, Walmart has everything for like $5. If you want this brand, it's gonna cost you like, I think it's like $15, $20 just for the brand. But you get 2 bottles, and you get a scraper and a spatula. This is obviously for the griddle set. So yeah, that's what that is. So what I'm doing is I'm just coating this oil nice and even, probably on the sides as well, so it can be nice and charred up. I want flames coming off that grill. I like my steaks charred. Most people like theirs just, you know, whatever, looking like a steak, but I like a little bit of char, give me a little more flavor, so I'm pretty stoked for that. All right, back at the grill, we are looking at, so we can focus that, a little bit over 5, probably like 525. Just waiting. Obviously we got our steaks nice and searing. Once I get these steaks on the grill, they're gonna basically start, the grill heat's gonna really go up, just because of the fact that I've got oil on them and I have my little hack. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna move my Perfect. As you can see, the flames are already happening, guys. Little flare-ups. What I like. Alright, we're gonna drop this bad boy down. Don't want to get the heat around. I'm gonna go ahead and take this pan back inside. Alright. Now what I like to do is my normal rotate. I like my little hash marks. So if you want to do nice pretty hash marks on your grill like I normally do, you see in my photos, you just flop it over like that. And actually what I like to do is I like to put it over there. Reason why, if you think about it, your grates are pretty much recovered by a cold piece of meat. So if you just put it on the same spot, it's not going to get that high sear, and then basically it's not going to be as hot to give it that nice hash mark that you would like. So if you're wondering where I get my meat from, I usually get my meat from Sam's Club or Publix. That's my local area. I wish I can go to different butchers, but we don't really have that luxury. There's a couple, but that's out of my way. Seasoning, I used to do all different type of things. I'm very open to new things, marinades and so on. But when it's just me and my preference, I like to do salt, pepper, and garlic powder. People really like the Montreal steak seasoning, which is totally cool. Great steak seasoning, but I just like the, my own seasoning, which is realistically probably the simplest you can get. Everybody has salt, everybody has pepper, everybody has garlic powder. I will recommend that you get kosher salt. It's a little bit nicer. You can tell the difference. I always thought the same thing. I used to think that regular salt, that iodized, whatever that salt, I used to think that it was no different, but it's a big difference between kosher salt and that other salt, table salt that we normally see. So we've already been on the grill for another couple minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip these bad boys over. If you can see already, I don't want to get close and burn myself, so hold on. So if you can see there, we already got the fat already starting to brown around the edges, which is exactly what we want. I'm gonna go ahead and flop these over. Ready? And then boom, see I have that nice hash mark. Like I was telling you guys, move your steaks around. Different parts of the steak. Different parts of the grill really do heat up, which is really nice. Understand your hot points. How long do I keep my meat on the grill? Well guys, it depends on how thick your steak is. Normally if it's about an inch and a half, it depends on how you like your cooking too. I like mine about a medium rare. If not a rare, I'm okay with. I don't like anything over that, so I'm very careful. I usually do about 2 to 3 minutes per side. That's my preference. You can go, if your grill's hot enough, you can go shorter. But right now, I'm doing it around 2 to 3 minutes per side. As far as the hash mark, it's about, think about 1.5 minutes per side. So per rotation. So you would have your meat like this. You would pretty much have it like that. And then I go ahead after 1.5 minutes, I would swap it and go like this. That'd be my hash, and then I'd flip it again, do the same thing, repeating it on the other side, which I'm about to do right now for the second flip. Hold on. You see we got some flames going, perfectly fine. We're gonna rotate. There we go, same thing here. Just move that bad boy over there. Nice little shot. Alright, we're finishing up over here, guys. As you can tell, that grill is getting hot. It is, yep, and look what happens when you don't watch it. Not a biggie. I like my steak a little bit charred like that anyway, so perfect. All preference. That's what I'm talking about. And this is all because of my little hack that we got going on. Look at that. There we go. That steak's gonna be perfect inside. Actually, you know what? Let's char up that fat a little bit more. Whew, that was some hot stuff, man. All right, turn off your burners. If you're wondering what my little hack is, hold on. Wonder where my little hack is. May sound dangerous, but there, my little grill pan under here, the drip pan, pretty much came down a little bit. So what happens is more airflow gets to the back of it. Whew, sorry. So more airflow gets to the back of it and actually causes the grill to get a little bit hotter and it normally is, which you saw give me a little bit more flares and more flames, which I personally like. It's expected, and whenever I see my grill in the 700s, I know there's flames going on. So I pulled it off at a perfect temperature in my opinion, and let's see exactly, man I hate this, let's see exactly how this thing basically looks inside. I'll be right back. Alright, now we're doing the hardest part of grilling by far, is the rest period. Now the rest period basically, guys, is the meat when it's on there is kind of relaxed, because obviously think of it like if you're sweating, you ever notice you're hot, you're not tense whenever you're hot. Your muscles are kind of loose and everything. So what's going on is the steak's very relaxed. Now it's starting to tense up because it's basically not under temperature anymore. And also at the same time, it's actually still cooking inside. So that's why they always say pull it off at a certain degree, because it's always gonna go up about 5 degrees. So right now it's at the resting period. The meat is tensing back up, and what it's doing is you're getting all the juices back into the steak. Let it be, don't do anything crazy with it. And it just works every time. Just, what they call it, just trust the system and do what everybody else tells you. Guys, it's very simple. Steaks do not need to be complicated. All right, guys, resting is complete. Let's cut into these steaks and see exactly how it is. I'm only gonna cut one because the other one is for my wife when she gets home from class. So lucky woman, so she gets the hookup, right? Nearby. So boom. There they are, nice and perfect. It may not look there we go. Much better lighting. It looked a little bit dark from the picture. So let's go ahead and get our plate out. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with this one. A little bit thicker. My wife is not a big meat eater. So yeah, so I'm gonna give her that one. All right. You know, shame on me, I didn't check the inside of the grain, where the grains were going. Not a bigs. It makes it easier to cut. Nice and perfect. That's fat if you're wondering. We're getting towards the middle of the meat. The way you cut through these steaks, guys, you always cut against the grain. That's one thing. And the best way to find out exactly if your steak is cooked perfectly, go straight to the middle. Shame on me, I cut through the end because I'm impatient and I like to slice things with my knife. But as you can see, it's a perfect medium rare. Just like I like it personally. Like I said, this is exactly how I like it. I think if you're eating anything darker than this, you are eating beef jerky. But that's just me. Golly, that looks so good. I need to get me a better knife. This knife is awesome. My neighbor gave me this one, who I absolutely love my neighbor for, because he hooked me up and introduced me to the world of metal. But I want one like his. His like be cutting through like some napkins in the air. Like a samurai sword or something, dude. There we go. And that's the last piece. Perfect. All right, so now we're gonna taste this meat. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these pieces here. Let's see what we got. All right, I'm gonna cut this up. See if you can see the juice coming off of that. Sorry, the glare in the background of my camera is terrible. And we can see a little glare. There we go. It's probably because my face was in the picture. That's why. So let's try that out. Oh. All right. Sorry about that. Adjust my camera. Guys, the steak came out perfect. Sorry, I'm everywhere with this video. This is my first steak video. I don't know how people do it. Talk and perfect flavor. The salt, pepper is perfect. Don't be scared to salt your steak, guys. I'll be honest, and the fat is gonna be great. I like charred. You don't have to like charred, but salt, pepper, garlic powder, all you need. Before you put it on the grill, put a little bit of olive oil. Get that nice sear on the outside. Room temperature, oh gosh. Either way, they're good. You just gotta know your meat, man. When you're picking your meat, focus on your marbling. This is a USDA Prime. So the beauty of the USDA Prime is it's a better piece of meat. But it has like little grains of fat going throughout the meat. So it likes to melt into the meat, it's nice. You know, you don't want that big fat piece of grain right going through the middle of the steak. Which tastes great, don't get me wrong. But if it's just one big gristle of fat and nothing else, it's not gonna be as good as fat going through the meat. That's why Wagyu beef is so good. There's fat pretty much all the way through it. There's so much fat in it, it looks like it's salted. Those cows don't do anything. Let's just recap real quick because I was everywhere. Alright, I got my steak from Sam's Club. I got the USDA Prime. Salt, kosher salt. Cracked pepper, doesn't really matter which one you use. But get one of the grinders, are nice. And garlic powder. Alright. That's it, alright. I'll let that sit for about an hour. You don't have to season it that long, guys. It's just what I did because I was doing something else. Came out perfect. Before I put it on the grill, make sure it was hot. Clean my grill. Make sure it was hot, clean my grill, and then I went ahead and put a little bit of olive oil on it because I knew my grill was gonna be flaming up. 2 minutes per side, 2 to 3 minutes per side. If you wanna do the hash mark, go ahead. Your steak's gonna be like an angle like this. After a minute and a half, swap it over. Then after that minute and a half, then flip it over, do the same thing. 1.5 minutes and a half. Your grill should be flaming up, or if not very hot by then. Go ahead and sear the sides, make sure the fat is nice and crusty. Just like you like it. If you don't like it that way, then take it off the grill. And that's it, guys. And that's how you make a perfect steak. It is not complicated. You guys have a blessed one. I'm gonna continue to eat this steak. My wife better get home before I get impatient, eat hers. Be blessed, guys. Thank you so much. Love ya. Peace. Right.